The broadcast of the regular meeting of the Minneapolis Executive Committee will now begin.
Welcome to the regular meeting of the Executive Committee for May 12th, 2020. My name is Jacob Fry and I'm the chair of this committee. As we begin, I'll note for the record that this meeting has remote participation by committee members and staff as authorized under Minnesota Statute Section 13D.021 due to the declared local public health emergency. At this time, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll so we can verify a quorum of this meeting. I'll also ask that you keep your microphones on mute if you're not talking.
Councilmember Gordon.
I'm here.
Jenkins.
Here.
Fender.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Mayor Fry.
Here.
There are 5 members present.
Let the record reflect that we have a quorum. We've got one item on discussion for today. The agenda for today's meeting is before us, and that item is an extension of the interim designation of Eric Nielsen as the city attorney. Just to give you a little bit of background on this item, as many of you know, Susan Siegel was appointed to the Court of Appeals and is now actually the head judge of the Court of Appeals right now in Minnesota, thus leaving a vacancy. Eric Nielsen was immediately appointed as the interim city attorney. We have gone through somewhat of a process in picking a new city attorney, and in the meantime, Eric has been doing an excellent job, but to change routes in the middle of a pandemic, I did not feel was the best move. And so we are still going forward with selecting a new city attorney, but in a time when the president, if we were to choose a new city attorney, they couldn't even meet their staff, given that most everything is happening remotely. It wasn't a good time to entirely change horses. And so I'll move approval of this item. Is there any discussion?
Hi, Mayor. I will just state that I am really happy to support this extension today. I think Mr. Nielsen has been doing a tremendous job in the face of a global pandemic that none of us have been having to deal with, and much of the work and responsibilities around this issue, this public health crisis, really requires leadership from the city attorney's office, and I think that Mr. Nielsen has been doing a tremendous job, so I'm happy to support this extension today.
Thank you, CVP. Council Vice President, any further discussion?
Mr. Mayor, I'll chime in as well and just thank Mr. Nielsen so much for being willing to do this work right now and to step into this role. It's an enormous amount of work in a normal time, and our city is just in such good hands with your leadership, Mr. Nielsen. I really appreciate all that you do, and again, your willingness to continue in this role right now. Sometimes our jobs find us, I think, and so just want to really acknowledge just the depth of Mr. Nielsen's experience. I got the chance to work closely with Mr. Nielsen when I was chair of the Zoning and Planning Committee, of course, an area of expertise, but have really seen you grow into so much more of leadership in your role as deputy and now as our interim city attorney, and just really excited to continue to work with you in this role. So thank you, and thanks, Mr. Mayor, for making this decision. I think it's the right one for us right now.
Thank you, Council President. Any further discussion on this item? I'll note that this is not a position that I believe Mr. Nielsen wanted even necessarily for the long haul, but has been doing this job very well. I think he's grown into the role in a big way. He's noted that it has been a true team effort, and he's very supportive of all of the work that all of the attorneys and all of the staff within our city attorney's office is presently doing. And so, seeing no further discussion, I will ask the clerk to call the roll.
Councilmember Gordon,
Aye.
Jenkins,
Aye.
Bender,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Mayor Fry.
Aye.
There are 5 ayes.
That carries, and that item is approved. Seeing no further business before us, with no objection, I will declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you.